Hi guys, this is Mike from McProgramming.org, and as promised I'm going to deliver the interface tutorial. What an interface is like an abstract class but has no implementation. And I haven't gone over what an abstract class is yet, but what it is pretty much, let's type it out. It's very hard to explain unless I'm typing it out and you can visually see. But because that all methods in the interface are inherently abstract and public, the abstract keyword is not necessary. And we're going to terminate each method signature with a semicolon. And unlike when you're using inheritance, you can't extend more than one parent class, but you can implement many interfaces. So let me show you how to make an interface. Don't just click this C where it's new Java class, but see how there's an option right here. You go here and you go to interface. And now I'm going to say, let's see, what should I call this interface? Player characteristics, or player actions. There we go. Okay, and if you can see in here, you can also extend interfaces and you can add as many in there as you want. So let's finish this, and this is how you write this. It's just like writing a class, except for nothing is implemented. And if you don't understand what that means, here we go. You're going to say, you don't need to say public because everything in here is understood to be public. So we're going to say void player shoots, and that is a method where when you instantiate a method, you open and close curly brackets and you write whatever is in the method. Well, in here we're not going to instantiate it. We are going to give it a semicolon, and whatever class implements the interface is where you write this method. So I'm going to give it 2 to be short. Let's say void shoots and void player passes. Okay? And now what we can do is we can write a class. I'm going to write a driver class real quick with the main method just so we can do everything in there if we need it. Get that out of the way. Alright, and now we're going to have a new class, and we're going to call this player. And we're going to, I'm not going to use the quick shortcuts for interfaces just yet, just so you can see how to write them. But let's say that we want the player object and we want these methods in there. And the reason the interface is because we can have multiple interfaces, but they're abstract because you can do whatever you want with them in each object. So this is a way of getting around the multiple inheritance issue with Java. So let's see what happens if instead of inheritance the keyword was extends, and interface the keyword is implements. We're going to say it implements player actions. And now if you go underneath player, you can say add unimplemented methods. And there you go. It says add override, and it has these 2 methods, and this is where you define them. And since this player object implements these new methods, this is where you instantiate these methods. So let's say player shoots. We're going to give it a sysout. I'm just going to say that. Player shoots the puck. Let's just say shoots because not everybody's a hockey fan like me, so shoots can be any type of sport almost. So let's say sysout player passes. Let's make this exciting with exclamation points. Alright, so now we have a player object that does these things, which are implemented from this interface. And you can have multiple interfaces, different interfaces, and you can implement multiple interfaces on an object. So if you wanted to get very technical, the structure for extending and implementing superclasses and interfaces would look something like this. It would extend, there's going to be a few red lines because none of these exist, so player extends team, implements, player actions, stats, etc. So this could be a real life public class header. It would be the public class extends comes first and then what is implemented. And this is a great way of, if you work on a team where there's multiple workers and not one person's programming the whole thing, is you can give an interface that will give the method heads method names to the people who are going to be writing the program, and they have access to this interface, and they can just say implements this, and then they can customize it however they want. So that is basically what an interface is, and next tutorial I'll get into abstract classes, which is pretty much a combination of a class and an interface at the same time. Thank you all for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.